The Quartering is having one of his signature meltdowns on Twitter. I'm sure that by the time I post these videos, he will either be continuing his meltdown still and I'll have missed a couple tweets, or all the tweets will be gone by the time this video goes up. We'll see which one it is. Place your bets down in the comments below. But anyway, the Quartering first started off with this in posting a clip from Matt Walsh's show where Matt Walsh was responding to a tweet from the Quartering. He says, "Wild take, Matt. I am not conservative, nor have I ever claimed to be recruiting for them. Comparing our numbers is weird. You were not mentioned in this tweet. It was about the right. That's why I didn't say Matt Walsh. Seems kind of sensitive and pointless infighting." So it's really crazy to me, and I know a lot of people get mad at this, but the Quartering really likes to be lumped in with the conservatives when it benefits him, and he really doesn't like to be whenever it doesn't benefit him. So he can pretty much just say whatever he wants, criticize whoever he wants for whatever he wants, and then if he gets called out on it, he can just be like, "Oh, I'm not conservative anyway. You know, I wipe my hand to the conservative group. I don't belong to that group. I'm not conservative anyway." And it's fine, but it's just like sometimes he claims to be conservative and sometimes he claims to be not. And it always seems like when it benefits him, he wants to be conservative. When it doesn't, he doesn't. And you can see it right here. Seems kind of sensitive and pointless infighting. But I thought you weren't conservative. How is it infighting if you're not even on Matt Walsh's team? What are you in? And he responded to it later and said this: "I'm not interested in infighting, but I am allowed to respond to this nonsense. Best of luck, Matt." He said it again, infighting again. "Daily Wire is doing great things. Nobody is questioning that, but this feels like a stretch." Okay, it's fair to point out it's not technically infighting. So now he doesn't want to be the conservative, part of the conservatives anymore, but we do fight for about 85% of the same things in adjacent fighting. But let's check out the actual clip that the Quartering posted from Matt Walsh's show to see what this whole drama is about.
The right's weird obsession with disavowing video games, anime, and social media is why they will never appeal to most of Gen Z. The base is literally dying off, and most of the voices in the community are actively refusing recruits. Well, with all due respect to Jeremy from the Quartering, I think it's safe to say that I have recruited more people into conservatism than he ever has or ever will.
But he's not conservative. He's not conservative, so you can't say that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the numbers that you've recruited. It doesn't matter the good that you've done for society. You can't compare it to him because he's not conservative. So it's all good. Everything is forgiven.
I do sometimes, I have to admit, get a little bit tired of hearing lectures on effectiveness from people who are far less effective. The right's
I'm sure it does get really tiring for Matt Walsh to hear people like the Quartering, who literally stands on nothing that he says. He can just flip-flop from different political perspectives, different political parties, and identify with whatever group he wants to identify with at the time that benefits him most. And yet you're going to criticize Matt Walsh, who has taken a hard stance, who has, he's aligned himself with a very specific team and taken a strong stance in favor of that team, and has done very good things for the team as well. Not only with documentaries, not only with books, but also with recruiting. Like he said, I'm sure he has recruited a ton of people to the conservative movement over time. He also responded to this himself and said, "Come on, man, stand by your words." Yeah, that's Rich asking the Quartering to stand by his words. That will never happen, my friend. It will never happen. And the more that you follow the Quartering, the more that you'll realize that he just tweets things and deletes them. That's just what he does. He has soy boy meltdowns on Twitter, and he will delete them later. He will regret this whole thing. I promise you, most of this, if not all of it, will be deleted in a day or two. I promise. You tweeted that at the exact moment that people were digging up old tweets of mine about video games, everyone knew who you were talking about. He also clipped out only 30 seconds where he said the things like, "I've recruited more people than you to the conservative movement," and things like that. It seems like a demeasuring contest. When the 30 seconds that he clipped, it seemed like they were comparing numbers. But in reality, and Matt Walsh says this later, he talked about this for 10 minutes. He combated the ideas for 10 minutes. It wasn't just a demeasuring contest the whole time. But of course, the Quartering wants to clip this part out because it's the most interesting. It seems like Matt Walsh was being an asshole, and it makes the Quartering look like a victim. So he clipped this part out because it was the most interesting. Like I said, it made him look the best. But here, the Quartering responded to Matt Walsh's tweet and said, "Matt, you're wrong and still deflecting. Why are you so sensitive? My point was about the right not understanding culture and dismissing things like video games and anime to their own detriment. If you took that personal, that's more of a you issue, bud." Winky face. Matt Walsh responded to that and said, "You mentioned me by name. I know your whole gig is to start drama with people with bigger platforms, but I really think you should consider generating content another way. Or at least if you're going to stay on this strategy, stop with the passive aggressive stuff. It's lame." I 100% agree with Matt Walsh there, man. The passive aggressive soy boy ranting, whenever you get emotional, you start tweeting things and deleting them a couple hours later. It's tiring. It really is tiring. I had to call it out before because I just couldn't hold it in anymore. But it's just tiring to listen to. It's tiring to see. It's tiring to talk about. But hey, man, I'm really with Matt Walsh here. I'm glad that somebody else is finally calling this shit out. I addressed the video game issue in a 10-minute monologue. You clip 30 seconds of it and then claim that I dodged the issue. It's the lying and passive aggressiveness that's really the problem. Start fights if you want, but at least be honest. Couldn't agree more with Matt Walsh there. But then the quartering responds to this whole thing. And he posts DMs from him and Matt Walsh. I'm not playing with this take it to the DMs crap. People claiming I am clout chasing. I do just fine. Second of all, I tried to. Over 2 months ago, 0 replies. Hate to break it to you, Matt Walsh is the one doing this in public for clout, not me. Go whine about him being a drama queen. So here is the DMs that the quartering sent to Matt Walsh trying to take it off of Twitter or take it out of the public eye. You know who I am. We fight for the same things, but via different methods. If you fight for the same things, then how are you not conservative? You don't fight for the same things, only sometimes. Only when it benefits you do you fight for the same things. Are you available for an interview this week to discuss how we can meet in the middle? So the quartering claims he's trying to take this out of the public eye. He's trying to take it off of Twitter and take it into another public interview on his YouTube channel to make his channel get views. Like Matt Walsh was saying, he's just clout chasing. He's trying to act like he was taking the high road and DMing Matt Walsh and taking it out of the public eye, but that's not how you do it. This isn't how you squash the beef in private. This is how you just ask him to go on your platform to boost the platform up whenever you're having beef. Like, it's ridiculous to even imply that Matt Walsh is the asshole for not responding here. And I'm not trying to say that the quartering was an asshole for even DMing him here. I don't see anything extremely wrong with that. I just think it's really disingenuous to even say that you were trying to take this out of the public eye by taking it to the DMs. But because your DM literally asked him to go take it into the public eye just on a different platform. It's absolutely ridiculous what this guy is trying to do. In case this is not clear, these are my messages. Dude never responded. LOL. Holy fuck. Yeah, I wouldn't respond to that either, man. His whole issue with you is that you're trying to gain clout off him. I asked him 2 months ago. He ignored me. I love how Matt gets to shit stir and be a drama queen all he wants, make videos from some high horse and act all offended about a tweet that wasn't even about him, and nobody says he's being a drama queen. My replies, however, are full of people telling me to go let it out, but not him, or to let it go, but not him. And dude, I mean, a lot, as you can see, he's almost getting ratioed there. Like, people are tired of this soy boy ranting. And as I've even, dude, he's tweeted a bunch of times since I even started recording this video. Final word on Twitter about this. Yeah, I'm sure it's your final word on Twitter about this. This was a comment by Metroid Man about the right's complete lack of understanding of culture, and I think they nailed it. And I don't really care about that tweet. Why do you think Daily Wire hired a cute actress to make videos about pumpkin spice lattes? So he's still not done. I'm on the DSP plan. Jeremy will outlast everyone. I've seen them come and go, but the quartering will be a constant. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not even, no comment on that one. How can you type so well that the dude's cock so deep down your throat? This is creepy. So, you know, if you're just defending Matt Walsh and his cock is down your throat, apparently. But like he said, last word on this, final word on Twitter about this. And then he continues to tweet 5 more times in the next 5 minutes about it. So we know that that's not his final word. I'm sure that there's going to be a lot more tweets by the time I post this video. Like I said, I know that it's going to continue to go down that road. I know that Matt Walsh is probably not going to respond. He's probably bored with it, but maybe he will. I don't know. I hope he does, because I want to see more people call out stuff like this. I'm tired of the soy boys. It's not just the quartering. There isn't anything personal with the quartering. He's just the biggest one that I see do it all the fucking time. And I'm just tired of it, man. I'm tired of these soy boy rants, these people who can't stand by their words, people who can't have actual principles that are concrete, that they're so fluid in their principles. When it benefits them, they want to stand up for certain things, and then it gets a little bit too hot and they're like, actually I'm not conservative, I don't actually stand for that. It's ridiculous, the stuff that goes on in these spaces sometimes, and I'm glad Matt Walsh is seeing it and calling him out. Let me know what you guys think, though. What do you think? Is Matt Walsh being a little bit ridiculous here? Is the quartering in the wrong or in the right? Let me know what you guys think. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I hope to see you in the next one.